So this review is going to be a bit different than the rest of my reviews. I basically finished the game, I had a lot of my review written up, and there were a lot of problems, I had a lot of issues, and also some things that I thought I liked about the game. And right as I was finishing it up and working on editing, I actually saw another amazing YouTuber, RGT85's video, which I am going to link in the description and in the comment below. And his experience was incredible to see how different the game was just playing on a different version of the same console. So this is MX vs ATV All Out. And you guys have probably heard of the MX vs ATV franchise. It's been around for a really long time. And I'm playing this game on the Xbox One X, and RGT was playing it on the Xbox One S. So I have the new, more powerful version, and this game does have Xbox One X enhancements. Now, in a lot of other games, the enhancements don't really make that much of a difference. But I reached out to RGT and asked him if I could use some of his footage from his video to kind of compare and contrast different things. And so in this video, well, I'm going to show you some of his clips in his review, some of my clips of these same areas in my experience, and talk about why this is absolutely not okay, and I really can't believe THQ let this happen. But let's jump into it. So right at the beginning, there are some major issues with the game. There is a ton of screen tearing. It is ridiculous the amount of screen tearing there is in this game. There's frame rate issues, the graphics are not very good, and for a game that's just now coming out years and years into the console life cycle of this generation, this game looks like a last generation game through and through. So first here, I'm going to show a clip from RGT's video where he talks about some pop-ups and screen tearing and shows some gameplay footage, and then I'm going to compare the same area with the same jumps and show you what I mean about the differences here.
There's tons of pop-up going on in the background, and it's when you combine the screen tearing with the pop-ups, it becomes almost nauseating at times. By the time I was done playing this game, I actually had quite a big headache, and I was kind of like, this isn't good. This isn't a good first impression.
Now, I tried to compare the exact same spot. I didn't do the exact same jumps, but pretty close. And it's crazy to see the difference of our gameplay footage. So here you see me doing about the same thing. And first thing you'll notice is that the frame rate is way smoother. And while there is screen tearing on the Xbox One X, it's not nearly as much as there was in RGT's video, which surprised me right off the bat by how bad the performance was. But this is only the beginning, because then he went to try a waypoint event, which is one where you just go and hit the points throughout the level and try to get to the end before everyone else and hit all the points. This was shocking to watch, and I'll show you here his video and then explain why in mine. It's crazy how different it is.
And you're just basically going in these open areas from point to point. And I was like, all right, this seems cool. It seems like it'll be a lot of fun. And then I started the race. I don't know quite how things got so much worse, but they really did. I noticed some frame rate issues when I was driving around the compound, you know, learning the game and learning how the game works, but it was nothing quite this bad.
Now, I watched that and I was shocked. Why? Well, here's my gameplay. As you can see, there's no real frame droppage at all. The graphics still look great, the frames are really smooth no matter how many racers are on the screen at any one time, and it actually plays pretty well. I was really surprised watching his video because the Xbox One X is not that big of a difference. And the crazy thing is, I would understand if the game was so much more graphically intensive and there was a lot going on, but in this game, there isn't. There's hardly anything going on. None of the shrubs or anything react to you driving over them. As you can see from some footage here, your wheels don't have any tracks going behind them. They actually kind of sink into the ground. They don't have really any effects at all. The water doesn't do anything as you go through it. So it's not graphically intensive in any way. So this really shocked me that just between an Xbox One S and an Xbox One X, the game was this different. And I'm gonna go ahead and show one more clip real quick from his video talking about how the game plays with the graphical issues and the frame rate that goes on. I'm gonna show a bit of mine and then talk about why I think this is such a big deal.
This is where the frame rate becomes a problem because it's intrusive to the gameplay. Like, there are times when you can barely control your bike because the frame rate dips so low and you're like, it's not a game that really is allowing you to do that. It's a game that relies on pinpoint precision. If this was an early Xbox 360 game, maybe on the Xbox Arcade, maybe I would let it pass a little bit. But this is a $50 release for the Xbox One and the PS4.
And like before, here's my footage of the same area looking at the same parts. And as you can see, it's easily controllable. Well, I mean, I'm not great at the game, so I kind of look stupid playing it because I'm not super great at it. But it's way easier to control. The graphics aren't very bad. The frame rate still stays steady through all of it. And man, this is just shocking. I really can't believe that THQ Nordic let this slide. This is an absolute travesty. When you think about, these consoles are not that far apart. They're technically supposed to be a part of the same generation. The Xbox One X is called the Xbox One X because it's just an upgraded version of the One S. There is no reason that the optimization should be this bad on the original consoles. The fact that this game is coming out on this modern gen and has this bad of performance is absolutely unacceptable. And like RGT said in his part of that video, if this is an Xbox arcade game, that'd be different. But this is a $50 release. They're expecting you to pay $50 for this game, and unless you apparently have an Xbox One X, it's gonna run like absolute trash. The fact that I can have such a different gaming experience as someone who has a console that's only a couple $100 cheaper and is still the same generation is unacceptable to me. I get that it can be Xbox One X enhanced, I get that I could get some more power and some more frame rate, but for it to literally almost be a different game, to be playable for me and unplayable for someone else, I don't get how that was allowed. I don't get, did they only test on Xbox One X or PC? Did they not check how it would look on a regular Xbox One or regular PS4? Because this is absolutely insane that this much difference can happen. And that's not the worst of it. Now they've said that they're gonna have patches that are gonna be able to fix some of these issues. So they ship the game out, these people are gonna experience it with all of this crap and all of this unplayability, but then are promised some patches later that are gonna fix the game. What do you think you're doing? You cannot just release a game for $50 and then say later, oh guys, sorry, we knew it was broken upon release, but it's okay, we'll fix it later. Is this really the time period we're living in? For decades, when you got a game, that was it. You got the game and it worked how it worked. There were occasional weird things where you had to send in the game and a memory card to fix something, but most of the time, you didn't have to worry about that. Now, it just seems like every company is like, hey, let's ship out this game so we can get it out sooner, make the money, and then we can use that money to continue to pay employees to make more patches for it. And that's absolutely insane. So I know I've been ranting really negatively for a little bit, and I want to just say a few of the good things about this game, because weirdly enough, because it was on the Xbox One X, I actually kind of enjoyed playing the game. There's tons of different events, there's tons of different maps, there's tons of different things you can do, there's all types of customization options for your bikes, for your character, and there's an online mode and everything, and I had a lot of fun actually playing the game, just jumping in and doing tricks. And for me, this first person mode, I don't know, most people probably hate this, but I thought it was crazy. It's super fun, and I would just jump in when I was bored and play for a little bit because I didn't have those major frame rate issues. I could play the game pretty smooth, and it was actually kind of fun. And that's what's so weird to me, is that I had this experience where I was like, I could see myself in the future still at this point jumping in and playing this game just when I'm bored and want to do some flips and drive around some tracks, whereas someone like RGT, who has it on an Xbox One S, literally can't play it. The sounds in the game are pretty decent. The gameplay is pretty good for the type of game it is. When you're not having those frame issues on the Xbox One X, it's pretty fun. The maps have enough of a variety. There's some trick stuff you can do. If the game performed well and the graphics were higher level, I think this would actually be a really great game. I think the foundation here is awesome, but it's just so broken, and the difference between the two consoles, I just can't get over it. I can't believe how different it is. So I want to leave this review with this. I know this is different than all my other reviews, and it's going to seem weird, and it's not a definitive answer to different types of things. Don't buy this game. No matter who you are, do not buy this game. If you're a die-hard fan and you have an Xbox One X, you could probably enjoy it, but I don't think that they should be supported for this at all. I think this is entirely unacceptable, and we need to tell developers like this that it's not okay to release games in this form. And the sad thing is, like I said, I actually kind of like the game. When I was writing my review, I had a lot of issues with it, and there were a lot of performance problems. Like I said, I still have screen tearing, and I still had bad graphics and a lot of pop-up going on, but I was going to give it an okay review, maybe like a 6.5, like it was an okay to good game. And then I saw RGT's video, and I just had to make this to show the discrepancy between the versions and show, if you don't have an Xbox One X, this game is trash. How is that fair for me as a reviewer to be able to say, I liked this game, I enjoyed it, and then you guys go out and buy it and it's broken and unplayable? How is it fair to you guys? When I play a version of a game that is so different on the console that I have than something you have, what are they? There's no point in reviewing it. There's literally no point, because I could be lying to you. I could be being dishonest without even knowing it, and that's totally not acceptable. So this is kind of a review, kind of a rant video, but I just wanted to put this out there and say how ridiculous this is, and that this is just unacceptable. Whether they're going to patch it or not, whether it's going to be a lot better months down the line, it doesn't matter. This is not okay, and they need to know This kind of stuff cannot continue to happen. THQ Nordic has a lot of great franchises under their belt, and I'm worried that other things are going to end up like this. And real quick, I just want to give another shout out to RGT85. He's an amazing YouTuber. You guys should all check him out. His channel and that video are going to be linked in the description. I'm going to end this video actually with a clip that I think is really funny that will give a little tease of his video about this game. And I definitely think you need to watch this video too, especially if you have any more interest in it beyond my little rant review that what happened here. Check out his video because his video is a lot of fun, and here, I'll just leave you guys with the clip. Anyway, guys, if this video helped you out or you enjoyed it or anything like that, hit the subscribe button. YouTube recently told creators that if you don't hit the bell, you're not going to get notified, so I have to be one of those annoying people that asks you to hit the bell icon next to the subscribe button. So if you feel inclined to do that, then that would be great. And don't forget to give that like button some love. Thank you guys so much for watching, and enjoy this clip from RGT85. I'll see you guys in the next video.
You could become one with them in some sort of kumbaya sort of thing where it's like you are one with the object, you are one with this item. So it makes it really special. You know, it was sort of a religious experience for me.